Hello there. So by popular request, we're doing a bookshelf slash reading tour. We're going to show some of the areas in our house, some of our bookshelves, some of our reading chairs, all the places that relate to books. So we're going to start here at the bookshelf everyone's probably most familiar with. This is our main focal point of this living room. This is a bookshelf we got off Facebook Marketplace, and we paid $150 for it. It's a big bookshelf, came in 4 pieces. You got the 2 shelves, then you got the 2 end caps on the end here. Great about this bookshelf too is, check this out. See that? It's lit. Can't go wrong. So this bookshelf, I think, was built in the 1950s. And our goal with this shelf, we want it to be pretty much mostly hardcovers. We can see we're almost there. On the end caps, we do have some paperbacks because they do fit better sideways like we have them. And then we do have a couple of kind of featured focal books here. But our goal is all hardcovers. We're almost there. Unfortunately, with this style of shelf, the bottom shelf is a little bit lower. So you can only fit specific shorter hardcovers, which we're working on, but we're very close. But really, on this shelf, the first row and a half are all pretty much from the Aardvark Book Club. Everyone knows it's our favorite book club. We got Book of the Month, and there's a lot of assorted hardcovers. So the appearance is good, you know? And a lot of comments we get is, how are your books all the same height? And that's why, because they're all from the same book club, or they're just similar styles, and we are starting to get a couple on sideways. You know, that's gonna happen. But we love this bookshelf. It's so beautiful. We get a lot of comments on it. This is the one that everyone's used to seeing. The end caps, we do switch it out. Some of the featured books, we got some pumpkins on there right now. You know, a little bit of fall vibes. We'll switch that up. I want to do a wreath here for Christmas. It's kind of my goal. But if you pan a little bit over here in the corner, this is my reading corner. We've got the nice lamp here. We love this lamp. This is a rocking chair I found on the side of the road. Beautiful chair. I prefer to read in a rocking chair just because I like to be upright and I tend to fall asleep easily if I'm in a very comfortable chair. And this is where I keep my current reads. I'm reading these 2 books now, so I switch those out as I'm reading. A few books underneath, and I don't know. Our style is kind of antique, but also industrial-ish. We got unusual style. Our house was built in 1928, so we're trying to kind of stick to that era, but come on, we can only do so well.
Oh, hey. As you can see, this is a very comfortable spot for reading. It is my personal favorite spot in the house. We did not have what I felt was a perfect reading chair until this past spring. So we acquired this double papasan chair from World Market, if you're interested. I don't know if this particular one is still available, but we got lots of comments on it when we first grabbed it. It is super soft. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. But yeah, I love sprawling out like that by myself on this spot. Our kids, as you can imagine, love it here. They like to run and jump on it, which we say no thank you, because this was kind of an expensive chair and it's like my baby. But again, it's a double-seater, so Corey and I very often sit here together to read at nighttime after we put the kids to bed. Sometimes we'll get some daytime reading here, but not super often. But as Corey mentioned before, he has a tendency to get sleepy, especially at certain points in the night when he gets reading time. So this ends up being a falling asleep chair for him, and he doesn't get as much actual reading in here. But this is by far my favorite spot, especially after I have a chemo treatment. It's kind of become my rot spot is what I like to call it, but there you have it. So next, we have this shelf right here that we got more recently than the one that Corey showed before. It's a smaller shelf. Another thing about it that we don't particularly love, but we're making it work, is that the bottom does not have, like, doesn't actually have a shelf. So it's like we would have to, if we wanted to utilize the space the way we do here, we'd have to put our books, you know, on the floor, which we're not going to do. So for now, we have some in this basket. We have some front facing down here. Got a couple Taylor Swift books showing, as you can see. We are big Taylor Swift fans, so I got to show our vinyl collection as well. We have some Wicked sneaking in here too, just to keep it interesting. But I like to rotate these every so often. We almost have all of her albums, not quite all of them yet, but we keep some in a different spot in the house, and I like to switch them out. So yeah, we've got this whole spot filled at this point because we keep accumulating books. You know, either we're buying them or we're getting them sent to us, which is amazing. But yeah, this is all paperbacks. So we did go with strictly paperbacks for this particular shelf. And we really like how it looks in here. And this spot was like perfect for the shelf. We had to like measure the spot and everything. I think this was also a marketplace find. So yeah, it goes with our vibe, like Corey was saying, like kind of antique, and we don't really want anything that like, yeah, looks too new in this space. So this is more books on this level.
All right, if you come through the archway here, you're gonna enter our reading room. This room is exclusively for reading / vinyl listening. As you can see, it's full of a lot of plants. I love plants. This is our record player here, which we use pretty much a couple times a week, maybe daily. But I love plants. I got a lot of plants. Some of these plants I've had for a long time, and I just love them. Come in, reading and plants, they go together. In the corner here, this is our chaise lounge. You may have seen this chair in different reels. It is convertible. So we started as a chair, but now it's kind of set up as a chaise lounge. Lots of pillows. As you can see, this room, it's a lot of sunlight. Like we read in this room, it's almost like it's like a built-in heater in this room. We love it. Good lighting. Obviously more plants. There's our dog Malibu. If you've never met her, she's our baby. We've had her for 14 years. Another rocking chair. So this chair and this chair I got from my grandmother after she passed away. This is a chair I always cherished at her. I always cherished this chair at her house, and she ended up giving it to me actually before she passed, which was really big. I love it. It is very Scandinavian, which she was. And then this one we got from her after she passed. Beautiful bentwood rocking chair. This is actually probably where I read the most, in this chair, because I love the sunlight, and I also just love this chair. It's pretty comfortable. Come on, it rocks. But yeah, this is our reading room. I mean, I wouldn't say we read in here as much as we should, but if we're reading during the day, we're going to be in here, especially when it's a day like this, where the sun is just sunning. So, and if you come through here, we're going to enter into our 3 seasons room. Obviously, we're getting a little colder now in Wisconsin, so you don't read out here as much, but this is an area we also very much enjoy. It's right off the reading room. Just screened in, so no bugs. You get a little view of the road. We've got 2 chairs here, side tables, and this is the egg chair. I always wanted this egg chair. It's an outdoor egg chair. It's not like the most comfortable chair, but it looks very, very nice. So another room we love to use. If the weather's nice, or if it's storming, raining, reading out here in the rain is perfect.
So now we are on our upper level in our house. This is the cutest little spot, I think. It started out as a closet. That's what the previous owners were using it for. We kind of have a sneaking suspicion that it was probably even used as a bedroom, like back in the day, like maybe a baby slept in here. Like, as you can see, it's very, very tiny. And we decided to paint in here. So we put like a nice green in here, and we took out the shelving that was in here. It was pretty ugly, and like we just were kind of using this as like almost like an office space. I did have a desk in here at one point, but I wasn't really fully using it for that purpose. So I was like, we need another place to go with all of the books that we continue to accumulate. So it has created a very nice reading nook, or book nook we like to call it. I don't sit in here very much to actually read. Reason being is this chair isn't the most comfortable. I mean, it works, but we unfortunately don't have a large enough space in here to have a big, comfy chair. But we like the fact that we can house more books in this space. This has become kind of our like read room. Like these are books that we have read. I know we've talked about that a lot on some of our episodes. That either I have read pretty much everything in here. I would say for me personally, I've read almost every single book in here. If I haven't, it's because I'm not interested in reading it. And so then when Corey's done, he puts it in here. Corey's obviously read a handful of the ones in here. So it's either like both of us or one of us have read the books in here. We have a pretty nice collection going. We are officially running out of space on this shelf over here. So we're gonna need to move some things that we've had down here on this bottom shelf. So it means we are reading books. Yes, we like to buy books, but we are also reading them. So if Corey wants to get in here and see a little bit more of this side, we've got lots of aardvark represented for sure. I've read more aardvark books than I've read Book of the Month. And then, yeah, we have some like nonfiction ones read down at the bottom too. So I do have it kind of organized that way, that like nonfiction is last on that shelf. But yeah, there's like some cute, we got a couple things on the walls in here, and it's very, like, there is good sunlight that comes in here. So I really should maybe sit up here sometimes and read.
All right, so you've now entered into our bedroom. So you get to see a little bit of our bedroom here. We're gonna show this little corner underneath this beautiful archway window. We love this little window. So we had to find a little shelf that went underneath it, and I found this one obviously off Facebook Marketplace, and I only paid $5 for it. Really nice shelf. It obviously doesn't hold a lot of books, but it's the perfect size. We just need as many shelves as we can find. There's a little shelf up here with some books. We kind of just fit books wherever we possibly can, you know. Obviously we got something our sister-in-law made us a little reading. Needlepoint, which is so cute, and some of them are featured books. You know, if you get a special edition book, you kind of try to have to feature it a little bit because you can't just hide those away. But so this is our corner. You obviously see more plants. You know how I do it.
So as Corey previously mentioned, we just basically find any spot we can think of for more books. So we like these little like floating shelves. I mean, I don't guess they're not entirely floating. I don't know what you call these, but we have these here in this corner. We just have like a couple things on the wall. Of course, another chair that we don't utilize often enough. I mean, I have sat here, but it has been a while. But yeah, again, we just get so much sunlight in this house. That was one of the big selling points for me anyway, was just like all the windows, and like, we do really get some good sun coming in quite often. But yeah, we just have them kind of set up like this. I have some, you know, going the vertical way and horizontal, just like a different way to display them. These happen to be all paperbacks. Yeah, we even have a couple Harry Potter books hanging out here. We would love for our kids to get into that series eventually. So yeah, a couple more like middle grade or like YA books in here. I guess there are a couple hardcovers that have stuck in on these shelves. But yeah, just another little cozy corner in our bedroom. Last but not least, we have one more shelf that is above my little nightstand here. And yeah, we don't have it completely full yet. I have, you know, a nice special edition displayed here. Like Corey was saying, we like to display those where and when we can. So I'm sure it will eventually get more full. we'll go this way first so I can keep the sirens on display up there. And then on my nightstand, I do have, or like way down here, I have like a little nook that can house some more books too. And of course, Corey has a nightstand. There's just a couple books over there. We won't show those for this video. But yeah, we really are using the space that we have, and we just love having books near us basically all the time. So there you have it.